you ever looked at your wallet and thought, if only there was a bit more in here? It's a simple idea, right? If people need more money, why can't the government just print more for everyone? Let's explore this idea. Imagine a small happy town, let's call it Valueville. In Valueville, there are 10 people and the entire town's economy has just 10 delicious loaves of bread and 10 shiny dollars. Things are simple. $1 buys 1 loaf of bread. The system is balanced. Everyone who has $1 can get a loaf of bread. Easy. Then, the town's mayor has a brilliant idea. Let's make everyone rich. He prints 10 more dollars and gives 1 to each person. Now everyone has $2. Everyone feels wealthy. They rush to the bakery, eager to buy bread. But here's the first problem. There are still only 10 loaves of bread. The baker sees the crowd. He knows everyone has more money and they all want his bread. He thinks, my bread is in high demand. I can charge more. And just like that, because there's more money chasing the exact same amount of stuff, the price doubles. Now it takes $2 to buy 1 loaf of bread. Did anyone actually get richer? No. They have doubled the money, but everything costs double. Their purchasing power, what their money can actually buy, is exactly the same. This effect is called inflation. It's like a slow leak in a balloon. Your money might look big, but its real value is deflating. Now the baker has to pay the farmer for flour. The farmer sees the baker is charging more, so he starts charging more for his flour. The baker's employee, who now has to pay more for bread, demands a raise. To pay the higher salary, the baker has to raise the price of bread even more. This is a dangerous cycle called a price-wage spiral. Prices go up, so wages go up, which forces prices to go up again. It feeds itself. What about people who saved their money? Imagine grandma who saved $10 under her mattress. She thought she could buy 10 loaves of bread. But now, with prices so high, her $10 might only buy 2 or 3 loaves. Her life savings have lost their value through no fault of her own. This is one of the biggest dangers of high inflation. It punishes savers and people on fixed incomes, like retirees. If things get really bad, people can lose trust in the money altogether. Why accept paper if it becomes worthless tomorrow? They might start bartering instead. I'll trade you 3 eggs for a haircut. This is inefficient and makes complex economies almost impossible. What about other towns? If Valueville's money is worthless, nobody from outside will want to sell them goods. Trade stops. This isn't just a story. In history, countries like Germany in the 1920s or Zimbabwe in the 2000s tried this. The results were catastrophic. The dream of easy riches in Valueville turned into a nightmare. The baker, unable to afford the farmer's hyperinflated flour, had to close his shop. The farmer's wheat rotted in the fields because no one could buy it. Jobs disappeared. This isn't just a story. In the 1920s, after World War I, the German government printed massive amounts of money to pay its debts. The result was one of history's most terrifying hyperinflations. Life savings were wiped out in weeks. A wheelbarrow full of cash might buy a single loaf of bread in the morning, but only half a loaf by the afternoon. People burned money for heat because it was cheaper than firewood. Society itself began to break down. The simple act of printing money didn't just fail to create wealth, it actively destroyed it, leaving chaos and poverty in its wake. So, we're left standing in the ruins of a good intention. The economy is broken, trust is gone, and the people of Valueville are poorer and more desperate than ever before. It's clear the printing press wasn't a magic wand, but a trap that promised everything and delivered nothing. We've seen this same despair in more recent history too, like in Zimbabwe in the late 2000s, where the government printed $100 trillion bills that were nearly worthless. This forces us to ask the most important question of all. If that path leads only to a cliff, what is the real road to prosperity? If printing money isn't the answer, how does a town or an entire country actually build real, lasting wealth for its people? The answer is by creating more value, by becoming more productive. It's not about more money, it's about more stuff. Now, if the town has 20 loaves of bread and $20, the price can stay at $1 per loaf. Everyone has more and the money holds its value. Wealth is created through innovation, technology, and hard work. It's about making better tools, finding smarter ways to work, and creating new products and services. This is why governments focus on things like education, infrastructure, and research. These things help the whole country become more productive. Institutions like central banks act as the wise guardians of money. Their job is to carefully manage the money supply, making sure it grows in line with the real economy, not ahead of it. They don't just hit print. They use complex tools to encourage steady, sustainable growth, keeping that balloon of inflation from getting out of control. So the next time you wish for more money in your wallet, remember Valueville. The real goal isn't just more paper, it's creating more real value in the world. Money is just a tool. It's a ruler we use to measure value. If you make the ruler longer, you don't actually get taller. True prosperity doesn't come from a printing press. It comes from the creativity, effort, and innovation of people. And that's something you can't just print.